Welcome to the Grow Her Panel Discussion 2023, where we discuss and explore some fascinating insights and trending ideas. My name is Mei Wan, and we are here today in the brand new Lixil Experience Center with our panelists to discuss today's first topic, curating a multisensory experience. Introducing our panel of industry experts joining us to share more about their experience building and designing bathrooms, we have Banyapa Sirisopon, otherwise known as Kun Air, founder and creative director of Ver in Thailand. Kun Air is the creative force and an inspiring individual in the world of Thai interior design. Her innovative style is a perfect blend of futuristic and classic, infused with ultra-luxury materials inspired by nature that defines opulence and sophistication. Next, we have Dr. Royal Pineda, Principal Architect and CEO of Royal Pineda Plus from Philippines. Royal is the lead advocate of modern Filipino architecture and design, well known for his philosophy of practical luxury, authenticity, and the nature of things. He's also known for his distinct responsive design and practical construction using various sustainable, energy-efficient materials and innovative technologies. And last but not least, we have a representative from Lixil, Antoine Besset-Dessau, the leader of Lixil Global Design Asia. So Antoine leads an international and multidisciplinary team with studios in Singapore and Shanghai, providing creative direction to translate Lixil brand strategies into culturally relevant consumer experiences through product, packaging, environment, and communication. Now, without further ado, let's dive into the first topic today. Now, it is apparent now that we as a society have progressed to have the desire and need to derive more from our daily routine. Take the general act of a shower. For example, we have seen an upward trend to uplift the experience, to evoke our senses. Designers all over the world seek to engage all the senses to create a nourishing and immersive bathroom experience. Kun Air, in your opinion, what attribute creates a truly sensorial experience in a bathroom?
In my view, there are three things to create a truly sensorial experience in the bathroom. Yes, to start, a crucial aspect at an interior design standpoint is about bathroom design. A well-designed bathroom should offer an ample space, a good ventilation, and plenty of natural light during the day, creating a refreshing atmosphere. And it's important to select a high-quality materials that you feel pleasant to the touch. Yes, promoting a sense of relaxation and comfort. Yes, and moreover, controlling interior lighting is also important. Yes, having the ability to adjust lighting setting as your various moods. Yes, these all elements can turn the bathroom into a sanctuary.
Yes, I agree with you. When it comes to the bathroom fittings, Royal, do you have any insight to add to that?
Well, it's really an experience, no? The whole thing, the totality is an experience. And I always say, taking a bath is a ceremony. It's visual and gestures.
Yes.
So from the point wherein you enter a bath, you visualize things, and then you start to get into that ceremony. And that also becomes intuitive because gestures are, again, if fixtures and details are well designed, then it's intuitive. It has to be natural because you're there to relax.
Exactly.
You're not there to figure out things. Like we know, if it's a badly designed fixture, you have to be a genius to operate a fixture. And that's bad for the user, of course. No? And I think it is when you capture that intuitive experience that it really becomes one to your total ceremony, wherein again taking a bath. So I think it's really a very natural process, and if we can capture that in design, then I think it's a successful, I would say, product or even a space.
That's indeed quite a refreshing way to sort of look at it, I would say. So let me ask from a product design point of view. Now, Antoine, as a designer yourself, could you perhaps share more about how a bathroom product enhances the sensorial experiences in the bathroom?
Well, I mean, I think both of them talked about it. I think products are incredible enablers of experiences. I think both have really talked about it, how can enhance that multi-sensory experience. I think if we look at the role of the bathroom, moving from, or let's say the evolution of the bathroom, moving from being a purely rational space where maybe people wash, brush their teeth, cleans, it moved from being that rational space to become truly an emotional space, right? Where people can indulge in some personal time. It's a place of rejuvenation of body and mind. So, and obviously the products are the touch points, right, across the space. And when we look at this evolution of the role of the bathroom within a living space, whether it's at home or in a hotel room, I think there is a need for to create products that allow people to tailor their experiences. And so that's why we approach the design of products almost like a system where we give that creative freedom to discerning consumers, to architects, designers, to developers to really create those tailored experiences. And then there is the aspect about the operation of the product. You talked about maybe the frustration that sometimes someone can have about, you don't want to end up into a hotel room very late at night after a long
I'm sure
flight.
you experienced those things,
Yeah,
right?
we've all gone through that one where you sit there and go, hang on, which way is the hot water, which way is the cold and the pressure?
It happens to me even after a long time in the industry, right?
Yes.
So there's a very strong focus on the usage, on the control, and the best we can do is actually to provide very, very intuitive usage so people can fully indulge into these experiences. So
fabulous. I love that. Thank you, Antoine. Now, so it's truly opened up our perspective on bathroom fittings. Now, moving forward to the next question, how can we design a home that evokes our senses through multi-sensory experiences? Can we have your thoughts, Roya?
Well, I'm a naturalist, May.
I like the sound of that.
I'm a modernist at the same time. So I pursue progress. I try to better things. So I challenge the status quo. So that means to say I cannot just take what I see. I have to figure out how I can improve it. And that tells me that if I see a way of life, a lifestyle, let's say taking a bath, if I can give another way, if I can better that way through, of course, products, other things, and most especially nature. So that's why as an architect, I open up my bath. I frame my views outside so that when somebody's taking a shower, as long as there's no neighbor outside, and they won't feel offended if they see their neighbor. But for me, it's really about being one with nature again. And if that can be translated into an architecture and into a product, then I think there's always that, integration of being, again, I think living is actually being one with nature again.
That's great. So, Antoine, what do you think about what Royal just said?
Well, I mean, when we look at living spaces, I think we need to ask ourselves about what is the purpose of a living space, right? So if you look at a home traditionally, right, you're going to have me-time spaces, such as the bathroom. You're going to have a communal spaces, such as a kitchen, a living room. So you have to approach the design very differently. Sometimes you have to be, almost like, indulging that personal time. So you need to choose the materials. We talked about lighting. We talked also about nature, going back to maybe our human nature, right, of basically being an animal, part of that nature. And you have those more communal space where, again, the lighting, creating that energy, the layouts, but also the technology, the material, the finish is just trying to maybe create a sense of energy so people can share stories, spend quality time together. So the approach, depending on the space, is very different. I think you need to have that subtlety in the approach of those living spaces to fully create those experiences that will stimulate senses in different way based on the needs, around these spaces, basically.
Oh, fantastic. And Kun E, what do you think about that?
As discussed at previous questions, interior design can shape how a home feels. A well-designed house can make people feel more relaxing and comfort. So let me share some of our work. For this project, we focus on the concept a home life feels atmosphere. We use wood to be a main material for this project to make everything to be like cozy. Yes. And the second is the layout is like the opening layout, so we can connect between inside and outside. And the last is about the selections of color like brown and green that we bring from the naturals. So everything can make your house like a calming ambience. Yes. Thank you.
Wonderful. Anton, share with us more about personalization for each project.
Personalization.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, obviously we all have very different needs, I would say, right? But there's also moments during the day where you have different needs, right? So take, for example, morning versus evening. Morning, you want to feel energized. Evening, you want to relax, right? We all have different needs based on also the rituals that we want to perform, you know. And I think this is where, at the end of the day, it's, technology features are more like tools, right? So the way we approach, for example, technology for us, it's always a means to give that freedom, to users, right, to perform the ritual based on what they want and the need. So in the same time, it's all about designing products. In our case, right, it's about designing products to offer that very intuitive usage. So people don't have to bother about controlling. It's all about themselves, right? It's all about trying to create the right experience that they need, that they aspire to, depending again on the moment of the day. So it's really about giving that freedom, right, of choice when it comes to choosing a product or some products, but also freedom of let's say, movement and to indulge in these experiences. Right?
Love that. What about you, Royal? What do you think about personalization?
Well, I do believe in that. That is very important. In fact, that is my third philosophy in my design. I believe in the variety of the world. So it's really a variety. You actually design something more specific to every individual. And there's no same person. Every person is different. And I think if there is a design, especially a product that can offer freedom to be able to express yourself as an individual, and again to be able to perform. You call it a ritual, I call it a ceremony, but the idea that you can really personalize, because it's your me time.
Yeah.
It's your own space, it's your own moment. And if the architecture and the interiors and the products, they all go hand in hand to be able to amplify that freedom that they want to give to the user, then I think it's a successful experience.
Wonderful. Well, thank you very much to all our panelists for your very insightful sharings. To wrap up and conclude this discussion, all these different elements collectively transform the shower into a sanctuary that we all crave for. All are thoughtfully curated to cater to an individual's unique needs and desires for both recreation and wellness. Now, we hope this discussion has greatly inspired you to create also a multi-sensory sanctuary of your own. Do share with us your thoughts on socials. Now, we'll see you at the next panel discussion to discuss transforming living spaces through harmony in design.